Hello everyone, my name is Sagar and I hope you are doing well. In this video, we are going to see how we can create, multi-select lookup. So basically in our lookup, we can select more than one values. We are going to see specifically the scenario. So for that, what I have done, there are some prerequisites, that we need to complete. The first thing is that I simply have a form like this, my custom form. Here I have this employee ID, first name, last name, and field name as first group. So if I will show you from backend, let me open my table first, this one, as the employee table. And here, if you will go, I have used, let me go to properties. I've dragged my name entity and I have simply put a label named as first group. So that's why you are seeing the label as first group in the front end. And the second thing is that once I added this particular field inside this table, then I open my form. Okay, let me open and I simply, drag this particular field here. Alright. Now the next thing that I did here is I changed this auto declaration property as yes. I will tell you because we are going to use it. Okay. Then what I will do, I will go to my init method here. So I will override my init method because we are going to create a multi-select lookup. Okay, so all the prerequisites that I have told you, only this much we need. Then I can go to my init method here. We come down here. Here we go. Okay, so here we have our init method, and what I can do, let me put a few enters here. All right. So what I will do first thing is that I'm going to declare a global, variable named as, like I will use this basically SysLookupMultiSelectCtrl, and I will give a name as multi-select control CTRL. Alright, and now inside my init method I will write code. Okay, the first thing is that I need to have a query. Now to define a query, I can use query equals to new query, and then I can use this query build data source, and here I will specify it as QBDS. And the next thing is that I will add a data source to our queries. For that I will say query.add data source. Here I will specify my table name. So basically what we are going to do, so this is a custom form. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll create a multi-select lookup of our group and customer name. So what I mean by that is, let me simply duplicate this tab and let me go to my cust group. Okay, so we are interested in these two fields, okay, inside this particular table. Now, one thing to note is I'm creating a custom lookup because I don't have direct relation between these two table or form, because customer group and employee form, they're totally independent. One is out of the box, one is my custom. Just for demos, I'm not creating any relation or something like that. So here now I will specify my table name, that is this first group. Now once this is done, then I can add my fields, what all field I need. So I can say add selection field, and here I need to specify what all fields I need. As I said, we are interested in two fields, that is customer group and customer description. So I will say first group, and here I will need to specify my field name. I can close this, and again I will say variable data source, add selection field. This time I will choose my second field, that is the description one. For that I will use my field name function. Here I will specify my table again, that is cust group, and then the description field, and the actual name of description field is name here. Alright, then I will declare a container here because we need to use it later. That's why I'm declaring it currently. Equals to, here I will specify my table name. So I can say table num cust group. Alright. And further I will specify my field ID. So that is cust group is my table name and my field name is cust group. I can close this. My container is ready. Now the magic thing here is this multi-select control. I will say equals to SysLookupMultiSelectCtrl. I'll use this construct function. And here if you see I need to pass my form run, so I can easily pass my form run. The element is my form run, right? Then I need to pass my form string control. So for that I can go here, I can click here, I can copy this field name. And remember we need to make this auto declaration property as yes, as you want to use this field inside your code. Okay, then I need to pass a query. That's why I have created here query. So I can say query str. Okay, so we need to create a AUT query here. So let me do one thing. Let me do one thing here. So what I will do, I will go to my AOT and let me see if we have a query related to our cust group. So I will click over here, query. Let me search for cust group. Okay, we have this query. Let me open this query. Data source. Okay, this have cust group only. So that should be fine. So I can use this cust group srs query. And then here I can say mandatory as false. And then I can say selected field. So I already created a container, right? Customer con. Alright. So here I have simply used this particular class. Okay, multi-select lookup. And now the next thing is that if you will, as I'm writing code at my init level, but let us assume if in case you modify something when the lookup will be created. So I had to deal with that scenario as well. So for that I will simply write a code at my form data source modified field method. So sorry, like modified field employee table, name was the field. I will say override. I will go to my modified here. Alright. Now here what I can do, I can say this essay employee table dot name equals to, so from my this multi select control dot get method I can easily get my records, right? But this will actually give me a container. Okay, so I need to convert it into string. So for that I can use this global function named as container to string. Right, and then here I can update my this record or this my table. Okay, so let me do a build and then we'll see how it is working. Alright guys, my build and sync is completed. So I have simply commented this query because we are not using this query, we are using our AUT query here, which already have our curse group field. Okay, so now let me do this. Now I will go to my front end, and here if in case, let me click on this record. So here you will notice you are already getting buffer of all the records. So this time what I will do, I will simply select one record and let me save this. Let me go to now second record, and this time what I will do, I will select my first and second record, and let me click on select, and you can see I'm getting the rec IDs here. Okay, and then let me select this one, and this time, let me select this second and these two records. I can easily save this record. You see this rec ID is here. This is how we can create a multi-select lookup. Let me reiterate what we did. Even like, depending upon your requirement, you will need to do what changes. So for that, what I have did, I have simply used this particular SysLookupMultiSelectCtrl. Here, I simply define a container that I need to pass here. Then I use this, when I wrote code inside my init method of my form, and I define this. Here I pass my form run, then my form string control, and here my query. Then I pass container here and update to false. So this will take care of mine when I will do init. Okay, like when I will open my form, but I may change my data again and again. So for that one, this modified field will help me. So whenever I am changing, so it will pass me using my get function. I will get a container, and I'm changing that container into string, and that will give me comma separated values, and I'm assigning this inside my this name variable, and then I'm doing update of my this. So this is how you can create a multi-select lookup in D365 finance and operation. And note, these values will be stored exactly like this in database. Thanks for watching this video.